Paradigm, where we learn and share strategies for an impact. Today, we're going to talk about 20 things people would say to themselves if they could get the chance to go back and give themselves a piece of advice. All right, check it out. A piece of advice, what would you say and why? And I took the most 20 said answers and I put them here for you and another project I'm working on. Stay tuned for that. But when you master these, you're going to be able to look at life differently. You're going to be able to be so much more aware of the decisions and the things that are coming in front of you and how to make the appropriate decisions so you can have a more fulfilling life. And it's not about the cars and the clothes. It's really just about the life you chose, and you can taking these things in from people who are going back and saying, yo, if I could do this over again and this one thing, this would have a dramatic positive effect on my life. I think that's something that we can all benefit from, and that's what we're all about here. So now I'm going to get into why the 20 things people would say to their younger selves are so important. And when you master these, you're going to be able to just live a happy life and know that it's in your hands. Let's jump in. So number one, stop worrying so much what other people think about you. Follow your heart and take time to consider second and third order effects before acting. Yeah, thinking before we do things, before we make that decision, what is that going to do? And is that helping me get closer or further away from my goals? Whatever that is. Number two, live in the moment. Enjoy the present. I used to get so caught up thinking about what the future would be like or what was next that sometimes I forgot to pause and take everything in. I 100% agree and can relate to that. When you're hustling and bustling and you're just ready for a change or trying to change something up and or sometimes you have no choice but to hustle and do all the things that you don't want to do. It's like, what are you doing all that hustle and bustle for? You're doing it so you can live an awesome, happy life of doing whatever you want. You know what I mean? Most times. So you can't overlook the day-to-days because the day-to-days are what it's about. And when you can stop and realize that, hey, I'm doing everything I can today. Let me still enjoy this because I'm closer than I would be if I didn't do anything. And tomorrow's a new day and I'm going to enjoy that. So live in the moment. We hear this in music. We see it in literature. It's everywhere. 3, trust your intuition. Stick to your ethics, values, and morals. And also know about wisdom teeth. Yeah, so I think that's important. Definitely knowing about wisdom teeth. It would definitely be wise to do so. But sticking to your ethics, values, and morals. What is that going to do? Think about that. Not only is it just going to feel good to be yourself and have confidence in yourself and how you're handling things. And when you make decisions that are to your ethics and values and morals, you're always going to be on the right path and you're going to learn appropriately. It's going to attract the people that you want, because, it's going to attract the people that you want to be, like, birds of a feather flock together kind of thing. 4, stop suffering shiny object syndrome and focus. Do not worry. Things will get better for you in the future. Stay strong. Absolutely. And just keep in mind, I copied and pasted these over. These aren't, I don't memorize these, so this is like the first time that I'm seeing these too. So these are hitting me hard as well. So stop suffering from shiny objects. That's something, I get caught into training. I always want to know more and more and more. And sometimes, more times than not, the best thing to do is take what you've learned and go try it. And then, because that real world experience is going to be 10 times, you're going to get the 10 times ROI on that. But if you just try and learn, they say ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. And, going back into a training hole when I, somehow lose confidence in doing something, that's like my safe place. But the best thing to do is just get the experience, because by doing the experience, you're going to get two things. You're either going to get the reward, and if you're in business, that's, selling a product or helping someone in some way, or you're going to learn something. So it's a win-win and you'll be able to make better decisions moving forward. 5, be slower to speak and quicker to listen. Yeah, absolutely. I tell myself that. Just listen. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen up, you know what I mean? But you're going to learn. It's cool. It's okay. 6, the route less traveled leads to true wealth and wisdom. If you always try to take the easy way, life will be hard. Yeah, people like the easy way, so you're going to be interacting with more people, by carving your own way, you're making your own lane, you're interacting with more your kind of people, and then it's just mo better. 7, enjoy being a kid as long as possible and don't act so quick to grow up. Absolutely. I mean, I'm a parent now, so like looking at my daughter, I just stare at my daughter. She plays and she's always like thinking and having fun and interacting with me, and it's so amazing to just watch this and to think that I used to be a child doing the same thing, like boo boo boo, jumping all over the place, jumping on the bed, stuffed animals, snacks, like that's the life. So, man, yeah, if you're watching this, absolutely soak that in for a second. 8, calm the fuck down and keep your mouth shut. All right. So remember to stay calm. Always want to show your character. I learned this in the military. When things get hard, who are you? You got to think about who you are as a person. And this is a male or female, boy or girl. You got to think about who you are as a person. And when you encounter these challenges and these obstacles, and you want to have an emotional reaction, or when you have to make a decision, you gotta remain calm and show your character, because at the end of the day, how you act, you're a contributor to any scenario, and how you act and engage with that or strategize, getting out of that will ultimately be in your favor. So, 9, don't apologize for doing things for other people don't agree with. Don't apologize for looking out for you. Don't apologize for doing things other people don't agree with. Don't apologize. Okay. 9, don't apologize for doing things other people don't agree with. Don't apologize for looking out for you. Yeah, so, be yourself. Stick to your morals and values, but, if people, hopefully you're doing things in a great, community related way, you know what I mean? But if people don't see eye to eye with you, that's the beautiful thing about being in this world in 2020, being in America. You can pretty much pick and choose who you want to surround yourself with, and no matter what kind of crazy niche suits your fancy. 10, always be yourself. Absolutely. Don't you just feel better when you're yourself? You just feel better that way. Never compromise. I think this is right in line with that, just always being yourself. You don't want, I think because we're coming back, it seems like we're reflecting on periods of loss right here. Never compromise. And negotiations, business, relationships, marriages, parenting, it comes with compromise. So there's going to be a level of compromising in there, but it's all about sticking to what's important to you and following your gut. 12, learn better math, live in the day, plan for a better financial future. Okay, yeah, so first one talking about money. Learn math. There are systems out there that you can learn math, you can have it do the math for you. There's different ways for you to get information these days, such as this video. So putting any energy into learning how to better yourself or your money is just you're gonna get those rewards, and then once you start implementing them, you're gonna do it. So having a financial future makes being independent so much nicer, and that's what everybody wants, is their independence. 13, you can still be fired from a job you're only doing for the money. Take a chance and do what you love doing. Absolutely. Again, fulfillment there. Money's money. Money comes and goes, but doing what you love and having the most fulfillment and having an impact on others is where it's really at. Number 14, don't start smoking. Yeah, you want to stay healthy. 15, don't be so shy and don't be a target as a little girl. Absolutely. I'm a father, and having 2 beautiful girls and watching them grow and stuff like that, it's just, you want them to be empowered just as anybody else. You want them to be confident. You want them to know when to be bossy and when not to be, and be a little lady. So always be confident in yourself and stick to your morals and values. And if you're in an uncomfortable situation, remove yourself for your own safety and everybody else's. Nobody wants to be in an uncomfortable situation. 16, do not marry someone you have known for less than 1 year. Yeah. I mean, just I don't think we have to answer, to go too far into that one, but I mean, marriage is a serious commitment. There's a lot of paperwork involved. You get the government involved. There's all kinds of things. You don't know this until you kind of get in it, or you don't realize how much work it is to get out of it when you're one of these people. I'm one of those people that had to get out of a marriage. I am divorced, so it's like this is a serious commitment. If you're going to do it, you need to make sure you're doing it for all the right reasons. And less than 1 year is a really short time period to get to know everything about somebody in every intimate level. 17, don't ignore red flags. Kind of goes along with 16, but yeah, stick to your gut. Don't ignore the red flags. If something seems fishy to you, you're probably right, and move on. What's going to happen is you're either going to suffer the consequences of the red flag that you decided to ignore, and you're going to be upset with yourself and that person, or you're just not going to have to deal with that incident. So 18, I would have been more attentive, nurturing husband, and regularly showed my wife I appreciated her. I say that 8 years post-divorce and with a great deal of reflection that I could have done much better. That said, I would have been more independent with finance, planned ahead a bit more for the possibility of divorce, maintained male friendships. Yeah, so self-reflection, so when I was going through my marriage, it was a really, really, really sad time for me because I mean, I'm looking at this person, I'm looking at the mother of my child and this family that we've created, and and what my long-term goals are, and having to make a decision for the benefit of everybody. It's a really hard and like extremely emotional experience for everybody, including the children. So, when you look back and you're like, wow, I could have done better. I would definitely listen to this nugget right here, and for that reason, that's why the font is gold. These are all nuggets, 20 nuggets, I should call this. So, being a more attentive, nurturing husband or wife, and regularly showed appreciation, that would have helped things significantly. And you still want to have that independent finance and relationships because it is you're also living your life. Marriage doesn't mean to be consumed by one another. You're supposed to be with each other for each other. However, it all depends on your values and how you look at life and your vision on in marriage. But I want to be myself with my person. So you should be able to maintain that financial security for both of you or you, but you should build it so high that it covers both of you no matter what happens. And then, just maintain friendships anyway because that's good for the soul. 19, find more time for the kids. Don't make it all about work. There's a saying out there that's along the lines of don't be the reason why you do something, be the reason why you don't do something. So, we often hear, oh, I got to do this for my kids, but then you never see your kids. So it's like, I know you got to provide on the table, now it's time to start looking at different resources you can do to make your money more money as you hang out with your kids, because that's possible now. So don't be the reason why you do something, be the reason why you don't do something. And that hits home for me as a dad too, because I used to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of work. Oh, I gotta do it, but then I can't see my kids. So 20, stay connected with your spouse, nurturing the relationship, but keep in touch with your own identity and support your partner to do the same. Be open to change. Celebrate wins and release failures. Keep learning. Once you have kids, life gets really busy. Reminder to take time for yourselves. My friend swears by checking into a hotel with his wife for at least one night each month. Yeah, you want to feel alive, you want to feel fulfilled, you want to still feel like a person, and have it in being with your spouse, your person. You want to nurture that relationship because together you guys will just conquer everything. And it's the most incredible feeling when you have a loving, supportive partner where you just look at each other and identify, be solution-oriented, and you just overcome everything together. It's like the most fulfilling thing ever in a relationship. So when you get to do that and then you have kids, you get to share that responsibility and, gift to your kids. And you got to remember to laugh at the things and be yourselves. And, every once in a while, have some private time. So with all that being said, let's look at some common characteristics. So they're talking about enjoy the moment, follow your heart, everything, you will be okay. And if you don't, you won't. Faith and confidence is tied to all of these, I think. Confidence in yourself, the decisions you make, and the relationships you enter. The decision, I have this underlined, I have this underlined, to follow your heart and be yourself will give you everything you need to be happy in life. The people, the love life, the opportunity, the money, everything. And if you just follow this quote, all I want to do is be the best me possibly. Say that every morning, and you'll do that. You'll start to do that. And you'll start to see who's helping you be better or who's holding you back. If you're really having a good time with these people, or if you're just, wasting time with these jokers. So again, if you implement these 20 things people would say to their younger selves, you'll start to see incredible results extremely quick because you'll be aware of the decisions you make and then using the influence of others for your personal gain. I hope you enjoyed this audio or video if you're watching it on YouTube, LaFrance Paradigm. If you liked this video or audio, hit the like button. Let me know you enjoyed it. Comment below if you want me to cover something specific. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button so you never miss out on something new. Okay, so to recap, if you were to implement these 20 things people would say to their younger selves, you'll be having a huge difference in your life. You'll be able to make the decisions that you're aware of and see who's around you and really be able to take advantage of what these people who have done it and lived through it and be like, man, if only I knew this, things would be different. So I hope you to implement these in your life or your business, your relationships. We talked a lot about different categories in there. We heard about marriage, divorce, money, math, following your heart. So if you like these videos, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button so you can pay attention and get notified when we send out another one. And don't forget to comment below if you want us to cover something specific or if you want to be a guest or if you want to be on the podcast, something like that. You can actually send voice messages into Anchor FM. So it's pretty cool. I love it. So it's making my podcasting a lot easier, being able to edit and invite people right through the app. It's pretty sweet. So check it out. Link below.